Do I need to know anything? Any special theme to this?
There is. He has a guest on, and it's somebody who's been relevant in John's world lately.
Ooh, all right, let's go.
Now, should I trust Cardiff to come on? He doesn't seem like the kind of guy like a Melton that would be a fucking asshole.
Right.
And I know he hasn't been kind to me of late. I don't really personally dislike Cardiff. Like, I always had him on. We always had fun. By Brennan. I always said he was one of the funniest guys. But then they just turn on me.
It's like you can't trust these potatoes or something.
And I know you're gonna have like an idiot like the shit way or Lady K, you know. It's because they get to know you. No. Yeah,
he tried to get out in front of that one.
Yeah.
I know they'll say it's because they get to know you and you're an asshole. Yeah, that is why, John. That is why. In every single case where you supposedly had a friend that stabbed you in the back, they just realized what a piece of shit you were and decided not to be your friend anymore.
And you're so right, because he knows it. That's why it's the first thing out of his mouth. Is because he knows that's number one on everybody's list as well. Fascinating.
He would never do it. I gotta trust him. You know, I don't know. I know I don't know his name. You know, we all know that. But I'll be close by to the trigger. Because, you know, I know this is a risky move, but
I'm putting my life in the hands of a potato. Not the smartest move I've ever done.
I don't know. I'm a cum pig. Everybody trolls me, so you never know. I mean, I don't personally.
Wait, you just said everyone trolls you, so you know. What you're saying? You never know. I might find somebody that isn't trolling me. I think that's what you never know. 99.9% of the time, they're trolling.
What are the odds a flying potato avatar would be trolling him? You know?
Right, right. He seems on the up and up as far as potatoes go.
Trust anybody anymore, ever. And that's why, like, Lady Kmart, Lady K is so like, oh look, John fell for the DM guy. No, I didn't. Me and my buddy, we were like the whole time going, this is obviously.
Now you know it's a lie because he's saying my buddy. He has no buddies, number one. And it was proven that he thought it was a chick. This was the Tim Dransky thing,
right?
I believe, where he posed as a chick and John was DMing her. I remember this. It was great.
God.
Yeah, now he's in, I guess Instagram has something called Threads. And it's, I guess, like their Twitter or something.
Yeah.
And every time it's one of these like porn bot accounts, he's in there talking to him.
No way.
Yeah. Frog, find
God.
some of those screenshots. People send them to me all the time. They're like,
That's
look,
pathetic.
he's so desperate.
A troll. Just play along. Let's see if he gives you anything that's real. But he didn't. We searched everywhere. Even Ryan, who, I don't know, loves me one day, hates me the next. Even he was like, John, this guy is playing you. And I knew he was playing me. And that's why I was explaining to Ryan, I could say his name now because I'm not talking badly about him, but Ryan Sharman, he goes,
he's got to go first and last every time. It's never enough to just say somebody's first name. He's got to throw chicks he dated in high school, chicks he fantasized about, teachers. Everybody gets first and last name with him.
He goes, but why did you say that, I was bipolar? And I go, Ryan, I was saying to this DM guy, if you don't know what happened, this DM guy, he
Let me tell a story in the worst possible way.
Yeah, he tells a story like a chick.
Yeah.
You
It's
mean,
like
you just gotta sit there, and they're starting in the middle, the end, and then they go
Well,
back to
that's-
the beginning.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's like Memento, but if it started in the middle, not at the end, and went backwards.
Yeah.
Like, here we go. I wish you liked me back. I do.
Come on.
She wasn't talking to him. FYI, it was just a post.
Ashley, darling. Yeah, look at who thinks that's Santa Claus level delusional. Like Santa sent me a message. I got back to him.
Okay, wait. You know what, Aunt? You never know. You never know. You gotta, you know. I'm just a nice guy. That's what it comes down to.
Hot chicks named Ashley are all over my jock.
She said I was a naughty boy. I hope I get presents this year for Christmas either way.
Yeah, that's like Buschetti when he was on Miserable Men. It's serious. He came in. He told us he got a girlfriend he met on Facebook, and it was this blonde, looks like a California surfer chick, and she's emailing him asking for money because she's stuck in Kenya and needs to get back to the States. And I'm like, Mike, this isn't a real girl. Like, are you
What
sure?
an idiot.
Are you sure?
No, I think she's real.
Tended to be my friend, like everybody does. I'm so used to it. So he, is like trying to groom me. It's called grooming.
Uh-huh.
And he's like playing me, and
Oh, we'll be hearing some grooming in a little bit. Don't you worry.
Yeah.
All I want you to do is tell your kids that you love them. You don't think I know you're so full of shit? So I creatively use Ryan as my scapegoat. He probably doesn't tell you. Well, he did, obviously. And I said,
What is going on?
This is why his mom just opened her checkbook and she's like, this is enough. This is enough. What do I need? Write down what you need and stop telling me these stories.
What's it going to take to get you out of my house?
Yeah.
The hottest, drunk girl on a bar stool at the end of the night, hot as fuck. I wouldn't listen to her giving this fucking synopsis of a story. I'd walk away.
Yeah.
This is a horrible story. It's going nowhere. You can't keep track of what the people he's even talking about.
That's the thing. Nobody knows these people. So it's like,
Yeah.
And he will tell this story we're hearing to anyone that happens to make the unfortunate mistake of standing and stopping near him. He will tell this story.
I said, look, this guy Ryan, he's in love with me, but he tells me that you're a phony and this Timothy Dransky guy doesn't exist. He's telling me all the shit, but I don't. Of course, Ryan, I was only using you so the guy doesn't, in case he is legit.
You knew he wasn't, though.
Right. Well, he 100% knew, but just in case.
0.0001% chance he is legit. Then I put the questioning on you. And I didn't say your last name. I don't think. I just said Ryan.
Well, you literally said it on the air about 30 seconds ago.
So essentially what I was doing is playing him back. But Lady Kmart doesn't understand. Tactfulness. See, I like to play chess. This is all chess.
Wait. What did he say? Tactfulness?
Yes. Hold on. Yeah.
That's not a word, Mike?
No, he meant tactics.
Yeah,
Tactfulness.
tactical or tactical.
See, I like
Tactfulness.
Oh, shit, fuckers.
tactfulness. See, I like to play chess. This is all chess to me. Everything.
Tactfulness.
All right? I played chess with my own man.
I bet if you asked him to explain the rules of chess, he would have no fucking idea whatsoever.
I know the horse goes this way.
Right.
He taught me how to play, and we will play it all the time. You got to have 7 moves
Oh.
ahead. Dues payer.
That's actually 9 moves, and that's 9 ball.
This is one of my favorite versions of John. Do you ever heard of the Dunning-Kruger effect? This is,
Yes.
it's like when people think they're a lot smarter than they think they are, but they're real. I mean, and it's usually the stupidest people who believe in this. I mean, that's my favorite John. It's the one where he's playing chess against the world. I'm tactfully,
The idiot's gambit.
Those people are the idiots the easiest to hypnotize are the idiots. A couple hypnotists told me, like, the dumber they are, the easier it is for them to just pass out on somebody's shoulder, snap of a finger.
Hold on. Let me have something to calm me down.
Energy drink.
Yeah.
So,
like, you couldn't write this character. Somebody be like, what? Like, be like, what idiot would say, "Let me relax," and then take a swig of Red Bull? It's insane. You know what? Let me slow my heart rate down. All right. Now we're good.
It's like the Simpsons when they view his head and it's like the monkey with the symbols.
Yeah.
let's get back to Cardiff. I think I sent him the link. I don't know. Dude. I think I did.
He moves like a knockoff G.I. Joe you would get at like a dollar store, not the real. The OG ones had everything moved. The whole arm moves. Like there's no elbow joint. This guy sucks.
This guy's been in broadcasting longer than Anthony, and this is all he's got. Like this is the years that he spent in the fucking radio station, and he just stares at you.
And you know what's crazy? There's more of this out there than of what he's done in his past of his career.
It's crazy.
True, yeah. And Howard and Jay Leno, there's more of this nonsense.
Yeah. Anyone Googles his name from here on out will find Uncle Rico and WATP before they find anything on John.
Unpause it now.
If the scroll wasn't going, I think it was supposed to freeze frame.
Yeah.
I gotta be real. Cardiff says he'll never porn bomb me, but you know what? I mean, I don't know his name.
That'll stop it.
Right. I'll porn bomb you. You know my name.
Right.
YouTube takes me off, and then I'm fucking, I'm stuck with it on the strike, and that's what they want, don't they?
Oh, wow.
That's what I want.
So anyway, I'm all over the place. Sorry.
No, you're fine. Take another swig of your energy drink.
Yeah, relax. And
Relax.
drink the caffeine. Yeah.
Clear my head.
Yeah. All right. I'll finish these 7 stories another time.
It's all those roids, a lot of the blood I lost, it's but anyway,
Nothing. How do you do a show with nothing prepared? Just absolutely nothing. No one's that good, by the way. Especially not stuttering fucking John. You just throw the equipment on and go, whatever comes to me is gonna be gold. And then he reiterates his hemorrhoid shit through the whole fucking show.
It's the theme of this episode, I guess.
God.
And just by accident trip over saying something funny. By accident.
Yeah.
Nothing. The guy, Anthony's on for 3 minutes.
Aaron is gay.
Hilarious. Hilarious. There you go. Guy wasn't even trying.
There are kids on YouTube who do like 2 hours. They just do 2 hours of just straight. They're opening gifts, they're doing candy reviews, but they're sitting there and they're captivated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So I wasn't talking about Cardiff. I was talking about this DM guy. So then he is feeding me all this shit. So I'm going, I don't know. This guy Ryan says you're a troll. He says this Timothy Dransky doesn't exist. He says this. He says that. Because I want this guy. Because I want to question.
Hey, Shuli.
Yeah.
Can I point something out?
Please.
The way he's telling this other guy that Ryan Sharman said this, that, and the other thing, that's every single time you hear him say, I was talking to my buddy and my buddy said.
Right. Gotcha. So in his, like most, bosses in spy movies, he's giving away his entire plan only to be defeated by it later, Great.
What I like to do is I like to go out with my friend Ryan Sharman, and I go up to people and I say, "Don't squeeze him! Don't squeeze my friend Ryan!"
Zen is watching candy reviews. Don't act surprised, Josh.
Yeah,
please.
Yeah.
I goes, hey, are you, I don't know, Twitty or something? I go, look, because really, just like Lady Kmart, when he asked me, was this sock account yours? Was this sock account? Dude, I made so many, I don't even know the names of them anymore. Somebody like Lady K, were you Yankee? Were you Toronto? I'm like, I don't remember.
Right.
Why? Because I made so many.
There you go. There you go. More truth.
Days I was just learn.
So what he's doing is these DMs came out and exposed shit about him. So now he's, sacrificing certain lies that he can't tell anymore in order to keep that shit quiet and people not pay attention to the other thing.
Right. But still plausible deniability. I don't remember. Could be me. Maybe not.
Right. Like it's our fault he had to make 50 sock accounts.
And wouldn't you remember? I mean, you remember most of them if you maybe not 50, but
yeah, you know what you're doing. Look, if you're creating a sock account, you're already in over your head.
right.
And
mine were because I was kicked off so many times, but I wanted everyone to know what my new account was.
Yeah,
right. Okay, it's Compound Boss or whatever.
Yeah,
they kept throwing me off, but
it wasn't a big secret.
Making other accounts to try to shit on someone subvertly or so, it just. Ugh.
Well, and it just goes to show how much of your life you're devoting to this thing by creating these sock accounts.
And to answer Mike's question, Mike, he forgot his kids' birthdays.
Well, that's true.
You think he's going to remember, 10 sock account names?
Well, the sock accounts are important, though.
That's true.
Right. It's the only people sticking up for him on Reddit. They are important.
He should have gotten them tattooed on his arm. That would have been smart.
And now he's here, ladies and gentlemen. TV's Adam Busch. Let's go.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. I'm so happy to be here. I don't mean to take up much of your time. I just really quickly, Shuli, do you mind going through the timeline of what you knew when?
Yes, we're going to do that after the super chats. I promise.
Not now?
I have it all. I have it all written down here as you asked me to. And,
Thank you.
Yes, we will bring
Adam, you got my email, right?
No, I didn't. I deleted it so I wouldn't be held responsible or accountable.
Smart. All right, let's get it going. Come on.
About the Dabbleverse and about how all of them, were attacked. I was getting attacked from every which way but loose.
Good movie, by the way.
So I didn't know. So I just made accounts and attacked them back.
But this is him explaining his sock account. It's no big deal. It's not, I had a couple free minutes. I made accounts, fought back with people,
That's also not right. It would be I was getting attacked every which way but loose. Not I was getting attacked from every which way but loose.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense at all.
No.
We'll add that to the list.
I am.
But now, no. That's all over. That's probably a year ago. So I don't have any sock accounts. I don't. at Stuttering John M. That's the only place that you can find me.
Dirty Socks account.
And I think everybody knows that. YouTube, I have the two ones.
Oof.
One with all my family videos and one
Smart.
that you guys are watching right now. One is the Mr. Kista and one is this one. That's it. And then on Reddit, like I told you, I get the leopard and then whatever the other one is. But I didn't give myself those names. It was just what they gave me. I think everybody could believe me because I'm not technically savvy.
Right. When I was setting up the fake accounts, I didn't pick the name. It gave me the name.
Right.
So does that help anything? He's trying so hard. And it's no surprise that none of this is a big deal. What's everybody making such a fuss about?
Has John explained to us why when he does this, it's just not a big deal, but why when Howard Stern encourages people to use sock accounts to help with promotion, it is the most embarrassing moment of Howard's life?
Sure.
What's the difference?
Imagine if he found out, one of us had sock accounts or Brennan when he's mad at him or Chad or whatever.
He can't handle when somebody is behind a potato filter.
That's a great point. Yeah, he can't handle much. You're right, Adam.
So this guy thinks he's playing me. Now you got to understand something.
Oh.
We just go back a second when he reaches for his shirt right here. That's him checking to make sure it's on right. Remember he went through that phase where his shirt was inside out, was on. Remember he put one on backwards once?
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was his. I thought that was his Rodney Dangerfield,
Yeah.
He was experimenting with collars until he just gave it up completely.
He's like, we'll be right back. I got to grab something. And then he comes back. The shirt's now the right way.
This guy thinks he's playing me. Now you got to understand something. And look, I could show you the text,
Sony disc
but
guy.
I'm not going to do it. I don't really care. I mean, I do. I don't want to hurt anybody's channels.
No.
I don't. If it's a shitware, yeah, because the guy goofs on my trans kid all the time.
Oh, okay. Got it. All right.
You mean monster dick? Is that what you're talking about?
As long as he explained it. That's all that I ask.
Yeah. And he's a dickhead. And I don't like him.
True.
I have never struck Brennan or anybody else.
Yeah, I'll give you 2 out of those 3. I'm a dickhead. You don't like me. The first thing about attacking your kid, I don't attack your kid, John. And I may have a better chance of communicating with your kid than you do these days.
Mm-hmm.
Be perfectly honest.
Now I'm the one that attacks his kids.
There you go.
I haven't done it in quite some time, but during the heyday of the John Pocky wars, yeah, I would absolutely attack his kid because it's not so much attacking the kid as the character of the father of the children.
Well, I don't know if his kid ever saw what Anthony said about them, but I know that his kid, very doubtful, but I know that his kid has definitely heard his father refer to him as a trans kid over and over again. And I'm sure among the family, they would prefer to just be called a kid.
Right.
Don't you think that that's insulting in itself?
Yeah, well, also doubly insulting because the kid is in their 30s.
Not a kid. They'd probably just like to be called by their name, like an adult.
Right.
Well, he started calling him the weird kid, and then he went to trans kid because he thought it would be a lot nicer.
Right. Probably did.
It's still better than theater kid.
Brennan calls me an asshole every fucking day. Have I ever struck him? No.
If he could, for being called an asshole, believe me, he would strike Brennan.
Yeah, if there was a strike button.
Oh my God. Forget it. YouTube would have one show. His. That's it.
Calming.
Lady K, I never struck. The only thing I did was when he posted my book on Patreon. That is the thing. And when he goofed to my kids.
Never accept. He doesn't understand the concept of never, does he?
No.
It's always a but. Always. If you hear the sentence with the word never in it, get ready. Get ready for a little add-on at the end.
So, Cardiff and I are cool. I don't even know what happened with him. This is the one thing I could blame Vinnie Paulino for.
Of course.
Yes.
New person to grab and pull into this thing.
Dues payer. What did I do?
What did I do?
Let's go.
Is that you mean in life, or you mean if he's going to
You gotta say no. Come on.
You're saying
No
no,
to
Mike?
both.
Yeah.
No to both. Adam, Zen.
Well, he's going to make it. He's on a roll today.
Zen's a believer.
No,
Mr.
no
Cumia,
way.
no.
No, absolutely not.
All right. I'm gonna go with my buddy Zen, and I'm gonna say yes. The one time he will make it.
But I blame Paulino because, and look, I'm cool with Vinny, so this is not like I'm not angry.
Right.
But when Vinny and I, which by the way, Vinny, the one thing I'll say is don't be so thin-skinned, please.
Wow.
So great coming from him, and he's approaching this in a way that John normally doesn't approach things, which tells me that he's worried about some information Vinny has.
True.
Because he's not lighting Vinny up like he would anybody else that he felt wronged him, right? So he still I'm not. He goes, I'm not attacking Vinny. I'm not. And he's going, don't be so sensitive. So he's worried about something.
Mm-hmm.
You're a good guy. I know that. You know that. But if I say, don't be Karl's butt buddy, I mean, don't get all fucking butt hurt.
What are you, my kid?
I mean, I'm just saying, I was angry in the moment because I'm watching this fucking show with all these fucking losers.
Now, just to recap, they were doing, I think, a point dabble point, and John was texting Vinnie Paulino things to say. Vinny, on a broadcast, did not check his phone like a professional, and John was livid that none of his texts were read, and that was the beginning of the end for him and Moonhead.
Wow. And meanwhile, John freaking out over the audacity of people texting him during his stream at his mother's. Provided some of the greatest comedy we've ever seen here because he finds that so rude to do.
So true.
Trashing me.
Douchebag.
Hello, Cardiff.
Hello, Stuttering John.
Cardiff, you're not going to do anything bad to me and my channel, are you? I just removed my strike.
Not yet.
This is like having a grown adult on Sesame Street,
Promise?
Promise.
Okay. Now, what's that? Oh, there you go.
Anal.
What?
It's just a joke. Just as anal. You're not going to get struck for anal.
I know, but could you just put it back to normal, please?
Okay, there you go.
I just, I
Talk about
look,
thin
man.
skin, huh?
Skin. Take the word anal off.
Come on.
Like, you know what's going on now. Now, look.
I know what's going on. I also know you started what's going on, but
How did I? Okay, Carter, this is what I see.
What do you see?
And let me tell you the origin of all this. So what happens is,
I like him going, let me tell you the origins of all this to a guy who was in the Dabbleverse before John even knew existed. And what he's really saying is, what I'm about to tell you, you better agree with me on it. That's what he's really saying. He said, let me set this up for you.
Vinny and I are supposed to do this comedy show in Rochester, right?
And me, yes.
Yes. And then all I said was, Vinnie, can Cardiff, like, just in the meeting, can he be himself and not a fucking potato? Do you think that's a unheard of request?
So John, you know, he needs his doxing fix. He's got to have all that information is weaponized. So, okay, you guys offered to help me. Nobody's offered to help him. They book him at the venue. Vinnie does. You know, with Vinnie's help, they get booked there. Cardiff offers to help put something together for him so he doesn't look like a fool out there. And all he wants in return, John, is Cardiff's identity, what he looks like, and his name and his phone number and his address. That's it.
That's it.
That's all he wants. What's the big deal?
You know what's really funny here too?
Yeah.
The poster in the back is like making fun of John right behind him. He's got the free T-shirt thing, the free shirt. He's got the cockroach on his shoulder, his twisted finger. The Coors is poor. And it's completely mocking John.
Yeah,
but John's not that perceptive. Right?
It's Karl's background, but as long as Cardiff doesn't like Karl or me or whatever, he's totally fine. As long as you're, join him in the enemy of the week,
right?
You're in.
Enemy of the week. Yes.
There's John's hand. See, it looks just like the movie poster.
It's not. Well, yeah, I think it's definitely. I don't think anyone has ever said, "Let me see the potato" without the potato before for an event. But John, the past 2 weeks proved why. But the past 2 weeks of you throwing my name around, and actually, it's pretty close to what my actual name is, so that's a pretty good bit. Anyway, you proved why I didn't want to go in a meeting without the filter.
Yeah, but no. That show with Tookie trashing, the anti-trans shit and the fucking racist shit about my ex-wife's husband.
I didn't do that show.
Oh, I thought you did do that show.
Oh, never mind.
Then I don't need to know what you look like. Forget it.
Oh, I thought you were on that show.
No.
Oh, all right. Well, I got bad intel then. But either way,
from God,
Cardiff.
Damn you, shaman.
Haven't we had a good time on this show so many times?
The best.
And don't you think I like you?
Don't you think?
10 years old.
Of course I do.
I thought you were going to do a slippery question.
Cardiff, haven't I told you a billion times? Haven't I told you that I think that you're one of the funniest guys I've had on this show?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So if I say this, then what? Okay, in your
didn't you also say I'm not going to dox you, Cardiff?
I didn't dox you.
You thought you did.
No, we knew
twice.
Twice, right? One time he thought he was a Major League Baseball player, and former Pittsburgh Pirate, and he doxed him.
All right, Timothy, that shit. We knew it wasn't real. I promise you. Me and my buddy, we looked that name up 1 billion times.
Billion.
And we knew it wasn't real. There was no Facebook. There was no LinkedIn. There was no Instagram. There was no fucking record of
undoxable.
But and then when that idiot gave us your alleged location, we even looked that up. We knew it was fake.
Well, they checked all of this in the hopes that it was real.
Right.
They could dox him. That's the part he's forgetting to mention. It's not like we knew this was fake, so we looked into every aspect of it to make sure it was fake.
Right, so it wouldn't hurt you. No, they were looking for it. They were just too incompetent.
LinkedIn, Facebook, you name it, they looked for this Tim Dransky. 2 guys couldn't figure it out.
So then what was the purpose of going on the air throwing that around? What did that do?
I was doing that because the guy kept saying do it. And then I thought,
he's thinking about it, right? He has
I was a double dog there. I had to do it.
This is like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire when they're doing the whole breakdown. All right, well.
B will give me real information.
Got it.
Oh.
Now, so you only did it because you knew it was fake.
We definitely knew it was fake.
Okay.
Just like the Muttering J one, that Frank Bowden guy. We knew that was fake too.
Okay, but you seem to do the same thing with fake information that you do with real information, because I've heard Rocco's name mentioned many times on this show.
But blame that on Vince. Vince is the one who gave me that information.
Untouched Teflon.
You spread around. You didn't have to spread it.
Right.
Wow. He just can't fess up that he's done anything ever. It's always somebody else.
I didn't dox him. I was more of a hype man, just repeating the dox.
So we blame the person that gave it to you, not the person that spouts it on his show.
Thank you.
Every day.
Vinny spouted on his show.
Jackie was smoking pot.
Yeah.
All I think about when I watch these is that poor Susanna. I mean, how many times she just shook her head and just walked out of the room and just went, whatever you say, John. Just defeated.
You win.
Yes.
Win.
How do you have the energy to go back and forth with this? It's impossible.
Yes,
You
John.
spouted
Yes,
out-
you should have been a lawyer. Absolutely, John. Thank you.
Right. It's like Gary's wife going, we're all jealous, John.
Yeah, I don't think his constant argument of stupidity would help in a courtroom, because that's his defense. Is I'm too stupid to know, and I don't think that's going to cut it.
Insanity, maybe. Stupidity, not so much.
On your show, so why are we talking about Vinny?
Because he spouted on his show. It was out there already.
So you don't have to keep repeating it. The wedding video was out there already. Why are you mad at Tookie?
Because of just the way it was, like the way that he was like all the anti-trans. Let me say, Karl. I mean,
Wow.
It goes back to him calling them children and his kids, because you can't use adult as a shield and make people sympathize with you, but you can say the word child and kid about adult offspring and get people to be like, oh, this poor guy, he's getting attacked. His kids, his baby.
Every horrible thing he does, he defends because he says he had a reason to do it. And then he explains the reason. Right. And when people do things to him that he doesn't like, it's just a random act of violence. There's no reason behind it. Daft Punk, Early Kiss, MF Doom, Slipknot, Deadmau5, Marshmello, Orville Peck, The Residents, Buckethead, famous musicians, legends that wear masks. Yeah. If they wanted to do a 90s retro video, Daft Punk, and they're like, let's get Stuttering John and let's get Jesse Camp and all these guys, is Stuttering John going to say, you motherfucking punks, you show me your face or I'm not working with you? It's just big timing this guy because he can.
Yeah. And that's the thing. It goes back to the whole bully, mentality. Pick on the ones you think you can get away with picking on, That's the way the guy lives his life.
Yep.
Hey, thanks for watching that clip. We got a bunch more stuff from a bunch of different other shows. So if you want to support us, you want to be a part of what's happening here, subscribe, notify, and get yourself a membership. 2 levels, $5, $10. We got more bonus shows than we know what to do with. So help us out. Get in here.